All right, welcome back for the Star Trek Rewatch, where every Thursday I watch an episode of Star Trek, the original series. I read the summary of the episode from Alan Asherman's Star Trek Compendium, adding, you know, tidbits that he leaves out, and then give you my thoughts and feelings on it, and leave it open to you in the comments section below. So this week we've got Requiem for Methuselah, which was written by Jerome Bixby and directed by Murray Golden. Stardate 5843.7, when an outbreak of deadly Rigelian fever strikes aboard the Enterprise. The starship journeys to planet Holberg 917G in search of Ritalin, the disease's only known antidote. Kirk, Spock, and McCoy beam down to the supposedly uninhabited planet's surface, only to discover a mysterious gentleman named Flint. Despite his initial anger over their appearance, Flint orders his robot servant to gather the crucial Ritalin, while he and his beautiful young ward Rayna Kapec entertain the Enterprise's crew members. So one of the things I noticed about this was that Kirk asked for the Ritalin, and then he actually said that, he said, well, like, trade for it, pay you for it, or whatever. Or if you don't agree, we're just going to take it. Which I was like, whoa. I suppose in this situation, since the crew is affected by this disease and like they're all going to presumably die, Kirk is desperate enough that he will just simply take the Ritalin by force if necessary, which, I mean, like, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Um, it seems kind of out of character for Kirk, but given the circumstances, I suppose he's desperate. The Spock notices that Flint's home is filled with rare art treasures, including an unknown Brahms waltz, and also there's like Leonardo da Vinci original paintings, but with modern paint and modern canvas materials. So Spock is kind of like puzzled by this. Meanwhile, Rayna and the captain are swiftly falling in love. So this is a little bit silly. I mean, Kirk like falls in love like with this girl immediately. Um, I suppose when we find out, like that Rayna is actually a android or robot, perhaps she's been designed specifically in such a way that she is irresistible to man or something. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, it seems a little bit over the top. However, when Flint's robot proves to be more of a hindrance than a help in gathering the Ritalin, the landing party strikes off on its own and makes a shocking discovery: a succession of Rayna androids, the last of which is the Rayna that Captain Kirk loves. Flint reveals that he is an immortal who wandered the earth for thousands of years, existing as Da Vinci, Brahms, and many other important individuals. So he says that he was Solomon, Merlin. Lazarus didn't make a lot of sense to me because Lazarus actually died, and Flint doesn't die because presumably he can't get disease or stuff. But yeah, essentially it's the plot of Highlander. He's an immortal. I am immortal, right? So you're just waiting for like Connor McLeod to show up and have a sword fight with him and somebody get their head cut off. I mean, this is essentially the plot of Highlander. So fake your death every once in a while and assume a new identity. That's what Flint's been doing. Meanwhile, Kirk falling in love with a toaster, I mean, that's the plot of Blade Runner, right? So you kind of have like, if you want to see these plots further fleshed out in a feature-length film, you could watch Highlander or watch Blade Runner. Anyways, Flint says that he came to Holberg to rest at last, and to ease his loneliness, he built Rayna androids. He initially encouraged the present Rayna's involvement with Kirk in the hope that it would accelerate her emotional development, but is now violently jealous. So, I mean, Kirk has awoken androids' feelings before. If you think all the way back to episode, what are little girls, or is that what it's called? What are little girls made of? Or I can't remember. Anyways, first season, the one with Dr. Roger Corby that builds the robots, and Lurch from the Adam family was in there as the ancient android, right? He kisses Kirk, like kisses the girl robot in that one and awakens her emotions, whatever. So, I mean, this is kind of a recycled story beat, but with the immortal angle of the lonely immortal guy thrown in with it. Um, as Flint and Kirk fight over Rayna, the android, senselessly and hopelessly confused by her conflicting emotions, she short circuits and dies. The landing party collects the battalion and returns to the Enterprise, where McCoy tells Kirk and Spock that Flint too will soon die. And leaving Earth's atmosphere, Flint also left behind the source of his immortality. In a rare act of compassion, Spock uses a Vulcan mind touch to erase the painful memory of Rayna from Kirk's mind. So Kirk says he wishes he could forget, and Spock at the end walks up to Kirk and just says, "Forget," which I think is kind of a really good episode ending. Um, I kind of like this one in a way just because of the immortal angle. I'm a kind of a sucker for stories about immortality and people experiencing extreme loneliness and despair because everybody around them that they love and care about dies. That's one of the reasons why like Highlander is such a great movie, in my opinion. But yeah, it's he's been alive for like what 6,000 years or something. I mean, that's kind of like when you're getting into the middle book in Dune, like God Emperor of Dune, like Leto the Second, because he merges with the sandworm. He like lives for like thousands and thousands of years, and it's just like, wow, that's what a lonely existence, right? Anyways, I don't know what else to say. I mean, we've seen other long living immortals, so to speak. I mean, remember Apollo back in whatever that episode was? Um, quite a while back. But yeah, so like I said, season three kind of recycles a lot of stuff, and in this case, take like two plots that we've seen before and kind of mash them together, and it works okay. The only thing that I didn't really care for was when Flint like shrinks the Enterprise, and that's kind of weird. Like it's sitting on his table, like the size of a toy ship. um, Seen that happen before as well, but that gets into more like the realm of magic. I don't know exactly how Flint has the ability to do that. It's kind of bizarre. I don't really know what else to say about this one. The see if there's any other notes in here. So Flint here was played by James Daly, who was a popular television actor in the 1950s, and then Louise Sorrell played Rayna. Um, Says that she was seen in Night Gallery, the episodes Pickman's Model and The Dead Man. I ain't got a whole lot else to say about this one. Kind of liked it, other than Kirk's irrational behavior. But yeah, otherwise, it's okay. Next week, we got Space Hippies, you know? So that'll be fun. Way to Eden is bad, but it's so bad. Is it so bad it's good, or is it just so bad it's bad? I don't know. You tell me. Can't wait to watch that one. Yeah, brother.